A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge was a bit of a step down compared to the first film. However, I still had fun with it, I still enjoyed it, I liked the premise of it, and although I wish some of the characters from the first film returned to confirm whether the ending was a dream sequence or if it was reality, I think that would have been nice, but I was warned ahead of time that it wouldn't specifically answer my question to that. But this film, I liked what they did with it. Freddy doesn't seem like he's around as much as he is in the first film. However, he's around enough to make you still feel his presence, to feel terror from what he is capable of doing. And I think the storyline of him using the protagonist in order to essentially get his revenge, it was cool. I will say it was a little bit more subtle, again, compared to the first film. I feel like the first film, although there wasn't as many unalivings in the first film, I feel like there was probably less in this one. At least two prominent characters, and then two kind of background characters during Lisa's party. I enjoyed the ending of it, and I think it is charming that love prevails over Freddy, even though it kind of keeps him more at bay than defeated completely. But it was charming to see Lisa's love for Jesse in this case. You wanted to root for these characters. You wanted them to succeed against Freddy, even though Freddy always manages to find a way to come back. It was good. Like the first film, I enjoyed the set designs, the practical effects, when he first reveals himself to Jesse and says, "You have the body and I have the brains." That was pretty cool. That the practical effects, the makeup, very cool. And I feel like Freddy's look in this one was a little bit more obscure. They didn't show him as much, or maybe about as much as they did in the first film. It's always so funny to see Freddy outside of the nightmare sequences, because it's like uncanny. It's uncanny to see him in the real world compared to the nightmares. The nightmares obviously is his element. It's his, where he is dominant, it's his domain. So to see him when he's out in the real world, it's always very interesting and kind of funny. I loved how he sort of chased Lisa around for a little bit. It was funny. Again, I feel like that's what makes the Nightmare on Elm Street films stick out a little bit more. There's a little bit more comedy versus just it just being horror, straight horror. There's balance. It has that well balance. And maybe for some people it didn't work, but for me it's really working and I'm having a good time with it. Again, this is only my second film, technically my third counting Freddy vs. Jason. But yeah, I'm having a great time with this franchise so far. And I look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments, and as always, thank you.